Governor. Thank you. I think you're the principal architect, but. Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I think Secretary Holt was being much too modest. I think he's really the architect of Project Core, but thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Secretary Holt. It's really very exciting to be here for this incredible announcement, this great achievement for the city of Baltimore and really for the entire state of Maryland as we celebrate a pretty big milestone. Today's demolition effort in our transformative Project Core initiative will have now eliminated more than 5,000 blighted units from Baltimore City. I want to thank Secretary Holt and everyone at the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development, as well as Tom Kelso and his team at the Maryland Stadium Authority for this great work that they've been all doing to achieve this milestone. I want to thank Mayor Scott and all of the Baltimore City and federal partners for this effort as well. For the past 8 months, we've been laser focused on putting more shots into arms. But today we're talking about a different kind of shot in the arm for the recovery and revitalization of Baltimore City. Project Core, which stands for Creating Opportunities for Renewal and Enterprise, was one of the very first major initiatives that I launched as governor. And in 2016, we began this historic multi-year $700 million state investment to tear down blighted buildings all across the city and to work together with the private sector to create investment in projects like new businesses and retail space and affordable housing. We also pushed in working with the city with this unprecedented partnership to assist them in addressing the violent crime problem. I directed the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development to work with city leaders to identify and prioritize those decaying and dilapidated, dangerous, vacant, blighted properties that were located in areas with the highest rates of violent crime and where the most criminal gang activity occurs. And we directed them to expedite the targeted demolition of these blighted properties where so much criminal activity was taking place and where violence, the worst violence, was being perpetrated. Demolition activity managed by the Maryland Stadium Authority has now been going on for more than 5 years, and it has paved the way for transformative redevelopment projects, including the massive multi-phase $1 billion redevelopment of this Perkins Somerset Old Town community. Right behind me is the last remaining building of the Perkins Homes development. And through a public-private partnership between the state of Maryland, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and Baltimore City, Perkins Homes and the nearby Somerset Homes, two aging public housing complexes, are being demolished to make way for a new apartment community which will create over 1,300 brand new, high-quality, and energy-efficient rental units. 70% of all of the available units, including every single one of the units from Perkins Homes and Somerset Homes, will be reserved as public housing. And in addition to new rental housing, this transformative plan includes a brand new school, parks and recreation space, infrastructure improvements, shared community space, and resident services, including healthcare, workforce development, and crime and safety initiatives. The state of Maryland has committed nearly $230 million for this important redevelopment effort. Project Core has enabled us to leverage billions of dollars in public and private sector investment for Baltimore City community redevelopment projects. In addition, the state of Maryland has invested $9 billion in direct aid to the city and an historic $6.8 billion in record funding for K-12 education, $4.7 billion in Baltimore City transit and transportation projects, and over $1.3 billion for public safety and crime control efforts. So nearly $22 billion of total state investment for the city of Baltimore. These record and historic investments are all about taking our communities back and renewing hope and providing opportunities. And that is exactly what we're doing here today. Because continuing to have a strong Maryland depends on having a strong Baltimore City as well. And I want to thank everyone, every single person who has been a part of helping us reach the incredible milestone on 5,000 units. I want to thank everyone who's involved in this exciting project. This is just another great example that by working together, we truly are changing Maryland for the better. So thank you all very much for having us today.